Hello everyone, in this video I just am going to explore the Google Classroom. So nowadays we are getting familiar with the Google Classroom, and we are also getting the advantage of how to manage the Google Classroom and how we are able to take the online classes perfectly with the Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is a virtual classroom where as we have in our classroom a permanent classroom with the students, their attendance and their class meetings, and then the assignments done, the tests, then everything can be done. They can be graded, they can be checked their performance progress. Everything is possible exactly as we are doing in the regular classes. So let me share my experience with you, what I have explored in the Google classes so far. So I am taking an example of this class, which is the ISMA, which I am handling for this semester. Okay, here there are a few classes I am handling. This is one class where I have all the assignments and everything submitted perfectly. So here to the front of the classroom I can see this is the number of students here. 48 students have enrolled in this class, and just on the entrance of the classroom I can see a due Sunday, the class note submission for CAA1. So this is one assignment I have given to the students, which they have to submit all the notes I have taken so far in the classes before they go for the CAA. Okay, so that is the like a notification on the classroom, in the front of the classroom. And regarding this three dots, what it does, it shows all about this, how I can move the class to different positions, and I can copy the invite link so that some other can join my class, and edit this. I can change the name of the class or whatever the theme of the class and everything. I can have a copy of my class, and also I can archive the class. If I archive the class in the sense that the class cannot be updated till I restore it. That means the class will be at the time of the while I archiving what was the update, what was the content, it will be there in the classroom. No update will be made as long as the class in the archive mode. That means unless you restore it, you cannot make any updation in the classes what you are handling. That is the purpose of the archive class. Actually this is applicable when suppose we are starting one semester and we are having a long gap of some period of vacation. In that case we can just archive the class and keep it as it. Then when you are starting the class again, we can just restore the class when we want to start the class fresh. Okay, that is the purpose of this archive class. And then let us see what are all these two symbols represent. This is one is the grade book, and this is the Google Drive folder. Okay, so if I click on this from here, I can just directly go to the grade book of this particular students. If you click over here, you can see, you can find out the grade book of the students. So there are so many 48 students have enrolled in the class. I can see the grade of all the students, and that means I have assigned so many assignments during the class hours. After the class hours they have to submit few assignments so that I can confirm whether they listen to the classes or not. So randomly I used to give the assignment to the classes so that whatever they have listened to that same day, they can just take it as a notes and they can submit to the Google Classroom. So I create the classwork every day or randomly twice in a week and ask them to submit the work. The students have done it, and you can see this is the grade book. Okay, so what is the grade book shows is all the work so far they have done. So till the August 3rd I have started giving the work for them, and there are so many assignments I have given. You can see the we can just see the, we can edit, you can delete, and so I can return this work to the students afterwards. Okay, so all these things shows the content, the title of the work, what I have given day wise and date wise, and also out of this 10 what is the class average. What is the class average means out of the people turned up, how many has got how much marks, and for this particular work what is the response from the students. Okay, and here we can see many are missing, many have done late, many not turned in, and so many cases you can find over here. So from this grade book I can assume how the class performance is there. Out of the work I have given to submit, how many they are not doing the work properly, how many are doing the work properly. So I can see the performance of the work grade work wise as well as the student wise. Okay, suppose if I wanted to check the work of a student, for example you say the Bhanumati, if I click on this work, I can find out how far she has done the work. Out of the so many works I have done, she has missed so many things. This is missing, and I can see her performance. So only few things here she has turned in, and others just it is as in she has not turned in. So I can find out the students' performance one by one. Okay, so that is the advantage of this grade book from I can just take into the grade book from the front page of the class itself. Okay, so that's all about this grade book. So that means this grade book helps you to find out the performance of the class work wise as well as the student wise. Okay, so that is the thing. And here the same way here also you can assign some test to the students, like giving some test 1 mark question and then big question. So and then you can assign the, and we can review the work and we can allot the grade for them. Then you can find out in the first test what is the average that the students they have scored, in the second test what they have scored, and I can also go by what is the first student test average. So everything can be done by this grade book option. Okay, and then coming back to the front page of the class, you can see here. So this is the front page of the class where I can see the this is the next option called the Google Drive. When I click this Google Drive option, what will happen? It directly take to the Google Drive of this particular mail G Suite ID, where all the works are given as a drive in separate folders. For example, you see these are all the different assignments I given to the class so far, and every work is given as a separate folder. Okay, so I can see, for suppose if I want to check that in this practical program 1 science series how many have done, if I click on this particular folder, I can see the work which has been submitted by the students itself. We can see here there are so many students. I just asked them to take the pic of the screenshot of the program from their computers. They have taken it and they have submitted it, and some people have taken it in the mobile phone, they have submitted, and they have, so this is the way the students have submitted their work. So I can see the work wise performance, their submission. Okay, so this way I can get all the images. They can submit this girl didn't submit, this girl didn't submit, this girl submitted as a different format. So I can go through this all the work. So this folder consists of all the collection of the work assignment wise, that is the every work wise. So if I can click and find out the different notes or different assignments in different folders. So Google Classroom helps to organize the work in such a way. Okay, so that's all about this class drive of the Google Classroom. And then coming back to the class, so these are of the front information. So I can find out the class notification. I can go to the gradebook from here, and also I can go to the Google Drive class folder where every assignment is given as a different folder. Okay, now coming into the classroom, we are all familiar with the classroom. So here this is the Google class code we have created, and how to create the meeting link, that all we are familiar. And also I have given a video regarding this, how to create and how to set up the meeting and how to take the attendance for the class also in a different video. Okay, and now let us explore this 4 tabs of this class. What is the purpose of these 4 tabs of the class? And here you can see like an notification what is the upcoming events. For the Sunday I have given as a due, you have to submit all the notes before they start the CAA for Monday. So I can view all the works here itself. So it will show all the work I have given so far. Okay, so if you give, this is a summary of the work. I can check from I have given this out of 48 students. I can see every work. This work is assigned to 48 girls, out of which 24 is still not yet submitted, 15 has submitted, and 9 has been graded. Likewise, another work 31 is assigned not yet turned up, 11 has turned, and 6 has been graded. And here you can see class note 17 August, out of 25 assigned and 23 as turned in, and I didn't grade them. It is my part I have to review. So likewise, you can see the whole summary of the whole work I have given for the month or a year or a semester, how many work I have given to the students and how they have turned in and how much they have been graded. Okay, so I can also check this work one by one. There are 9 works over here. I can just check the work one by one. This is first work, and this is the next work. Okay, so I can just give the work of the work. I can check the work in the progress. Okay, and to review, these are the works for to be reviewed for me. I have reviewed so many works. I have nothing to review. I have reviewed the works. Okay, this is the work of the teacher. Okay, and here also I can get into the different classes which I am handling, MCA, MCA third year or MCA second year. Okay, so this is the way I can go to the review classroom. And then next coming to the stream. The stream is mainly to give all the announcement of the class. I can just give the announcement of the class. What is the today's event? Today is the CAA, tomorrow is the CAA. This is the syllabus I have posted for you. Girls, you have to submit this work on before this day. We have an alumni meeting for this 29th of Sunday. Ask your friends to join. So whatever the announcement I wanted to give to the class, I can give to do this using this stream, class stream. This class stream main thing is it doesn't get into the grade option. Just as an announcement, the students can just see the visibility of the students. Okay, and now going to the classwork. This classwork helps you to assign all the works. Okay, just we are seeing the folder and give the people grade also. Everything has come from this classwork only. Okay, so you can see the classwork, all the classwork I have given so far to the students, and I can view this in the left side. I can view all the topics, what are the work I have given to them, and then I can also go by work. Suppose if I wanted to review this work, I can go work by all the programs work. Okay, out of 47 girls, one has turned in. Okay, so likewise I can find out the classwork, how much they are able to follow. Okay, and then coming to the people, what is the people is I can individually access the student, and I can also invite the teacher to the class. Suppose if I want to invite the subject teacher to my class, I can just give the invite, and then I can give the email ID to, so that she can come and join my class. Okay, so I have to just give the email ID, and then you have to give the invite option. That is the this option. And then coming to the students, suppose some students are not able to see the class, it's not visible to the class, but they are not able to log in. So some problem the students may complain. For those girls, we can ask them to just invite them to this link to say that you give your email ID, I will give the invite to you. Like just how you give the WhatsApp invite, you can also give the invite to the email ID. That is the purpose of this particular option over here. And then regarding the student wise, I can just click, suppose if I want to message one student from information, I just click on one student and say for ASEA I want to give the work, I can just say email the student. If I go to email, it will take to the email option. I can just write a mail to the student saying that you have to do this and this work, it is pending for your work, kindly do it as much as earlier. So I can just pass any message to the particular student email, Gmail, the G Suite ID, and I can type as usual. I can send the mail to the student. Okay, and then coming back to the next, this is individual student wise. I can access the student, and I can also make the students group wise. How to make group wise? I can just select all the student. This is the select for all the student, and many actions are there. What are the actions available? I can email all the students about some information. I can remove all the student. I can mute all the student. What is muting is remove, physically removing the students. Email, you are sending mail to the student. And what is mute is, if I mute the student, what will happen? It will ask for, if I mute, what will happen? The student will not be able. I'll just show one student how to mute her. Okay, and just want to mute this third student, Aswini Srinivasan. Just I am giving her, and then give the option as action as mute. Okay, if I give mute, it will ask this student, muted student cannot reply to the classmates work. They cannot comment or post anything what you are expecting, but she can only submit the work. Okay, so that is the purpose of the mute purpose. Okay, so we can mute students individually, or we can mute the student whole class wise. Okay, so that is the purpose of this people. And then finally coming to the grade, we can come from the entrance. Here also we can go through this graded tab also. Okay, so this we have come earlier through the front page from the arrow symbol itself. Here also we can go by the grade 7. So these are all the different tabs. So to summarize the things, what I can say is there are 4 different tabs in the Google Classroom. The stream is to just give an announcement of the class. The classwork is to assign the classwork, or you can give a test to the students. Everything I have done to the classwork, and students can respond, and these things only can come to the grading. When you give some work in the stream, it will not come for grading. Whatever the classwork I gave, only all these things has come to the grading. And regarding the people, I can individually access the people, or otherwise I can access the whole people as a whole. I can invite the people, and I can invite the other staff members also to my class. And then grading is, I can grade the program, grade the class, either I can grade student wise or I can grade the student subject wise or the topic wise. Okay, so by this I can get the performance of the students, and this will help you to even to give a test every day or every week, or even CAS. Any test can be done through the classwork, and we can grade them. We can find out how the average performance of the whole class as well as the performance of the test itself. So this is how this Google Classroom help us to arrange and organize the things, and they can refer to in their future, they can refer to all the works they have done so far in their classroom, even to the end of the semester. They can just, because everything is stored in the class, everything is in their class, they can see the class work, they can see their grades, they can see their progress. Everything is stored as a big repository in the Google Classroom itself. So this is the advantage of the Google Classroom, to club up or to make everything compact in a classroom, so that they can even the teachers as well as the students also can able to just review their responses. Hope it is just clear about how this Google Classroom is very easier to handle our classes virtually, and thanks for watching.